Public education has seemingly been under attack from many different angles. Administrators and teachers put forth high efforts to provide the needs of students so they might learn. Issues such as equity, accountability, social emotional learning, and technology are already at the forefront. Then in comes 2020 and COVID 19, magnifying all the issues that were already prevalent. Now parents are losing jobs. Teachers are stretched thinner than ever before. Children are separated from their friends, and administrators in schools try to lead everyone to greatness even still. It seems a bit like we're all living in a fantasy world. Sometimes I can't believe myself that this is life now. It is as if we are all part of this epic quest fighting against evil forces, attempting to break down the very cornerstone of our society, education. In these uncertain times, people don't know what to believe. Has public education failed our children? Is the answer chartered schools or private school vouchers? Is it best that our students go back to school full time? Or should schools and society at large remain shut down? As a leader, it is important that we keep a level head and make the best decisions for all stakeholders. A children's fantasy novel such as J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix may not seem like the first choice when seeking knowledge in such times, but this book has many gems and examples of what good and bad leaders do in times of strife. Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix is the fifth installment of Rowling's series. This book follows the events of Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. Lord Voldemort has returned, but Harry was the only eyewitness to see the resurrection of power. There are four notable leaders within this story: Harry Potter, a young wizard in training; Dolores Umbridge, a senior ministry employee; the Minister of Magic, Cornelius Fudge; and Professor Albus Dumbledore, long-standing headmaster at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. The wizarding world has been split into those who believe Harry and Dumbledore and support the rest of the Order of the Phoenix, and those who believe the Minister of Magic and deny the return of the Dark Lord out of fear. Fudge is threatened by Dumbledore, since he is the only person Voldemort has ever feared. He believes the wizarding community will replace him with Dumbledore as Minister of Magic. Rather than collaborate and utilize Dumbledore's strengths for the good of his people, he leads a propaganda smear to campaign and discredit both Dumbledore and Harry. His insecurities leave Minister Fudge to appoint Dolores Umbridge as a professor and high inquisitor to represent the ministry at Hogwarts. She is the epitome of the dark side of leadership as described by Northouse. Umbridge undermines Dumbledore, and as she gains more power, his is stripped away. She is eventually promoted and replaces Professor Dumbledore as headmaster, who flees to escape imprisonment in Azkaban. Even in his absence, the majority of the staff remain loyal to Dumbledore and trust him to a fault. He seems to have all the necessary traits of a leader, including intelligence, confidence, charisma, determination, sociability, and while it may seem that his style is laissez-faire, Dumbledore is always steps ahead of any opposition. He empowers all in his circle to become leaders in their own right, students, professors, and also other community members alike. Umbridge's autocratic leadership belittles the other professors and turns staff and students against each other through favoritism. Dolores also only allows the students to learn defense against the dark arts, theoretically, just in order to pass the ordinary wizarding level exams, also known as the OWLs. In order to ensure that they will be prepared for the growing evils, the students are forced to select their own leader, Harry Potter himself. Ultimately, Umbridge meets her own demise as the students' plot to overthrow her is successful, and she's carried away deep into the Forbidden Forest by a herd of senators she had previously angered. Harry is a very humble leader. Although he is reluctant at first, he is encouraged by those that believe in and have seen his talents. Those who are skeptical soon gain trust in him due to his democratic style and ability to form a positive culture. He begins by allowing the members to select their own name, and they choose Dumbledore's Army, DA. They choose their location and a means of magical communication. Through his leadership, the clumsy and doubting Neville Longbottom is able to master the Expelliarmus spell, and the other students are able to learn high-level spells such as the Patronus charm, and he is even able to bring Luna Longgood, long-standing outgroup member, into the core team. He tells them, every great wizard in history has started out as nothing more than what we are now, students. If they can do it, why not us? Harry is able to balance being task-oriented and relationship-oriented. He tells them, working hard is important, but there's something else that is more important, believing in yourself. When he is plagued with visions of Voldemort's secret mission, his team is ready to follow him to battle, knowing the ultimate price to pay could be their very lives. Although this vision was planted as a trap by Voldemort, and it would seem that Harry did lead the DA to their doom, the battle at the Ministry of Magic allowed Minister Fudge to see proof of what he was denying for months. He, as in Voldemort, is really back. Harry lost his uncle and only guardian that night, but they all gained real-life experience that they would need in the coming years. While he may not have all the traits of the powerful Albus Dumbledore, he has a team that supports him, with strengths that complement his weaknesses. His peers in the wizarding world now see him more than just the boy that lived, but Dumbledore's equal and their leader in the fight against darkness. As a child, I read this story for its whimsy and wonder. As an adult, I see the merits in the lessons taught about leadership, and also, of course, still for whimsy and wonder. Educational leaders must be able to inspire others to follow our vision. We must lead in a manner that will cause others to follow us, even in the most uncertain times. And these are definitely very uncertain times for education and our society. Effective leadership is more important than ever before. According to Northouse, people want leaders who can relate to their circumstances, not a tyrant ready to kick you while you're down. We are in need of leaders who are able to rise up, even in our own fear and doubt, not hide in denial, that the problem will just go away. Some leaders may have the magic touch, but most need a strong team with whom they can utilize distributed leadership and empower through efficacy. It is important to have administrative skills necessary to run the day-to-day operations of an organization, but at the same time, realizing that building relationships is what will allow others to work by your side. Dumbledore says, we must all face the choice between what is right and what is easy. Choosing some other path in life would have definitely be easier, but I know that ensuring all children receive an equitable and quality education, no matter what the circumstances, is what's right. Thank you.